Hey everyone, I'm Joe. Today it's time for me to do my monthly reading wrap up for October 2021. October was a good reading month, although a very light reading month, as I only read 4 books in total, although all 4 of those books I greatly enjoyed. And without further ado, I'll get straight to talking about the first of them, which was, as you might expect from this year's monthly wrap up videos, that is a Terry Pratchett book, specifically Night Watch. This is the 29th Discworld novel. There are 41 in total, so I'm now basically 3/4 of the way through. And this is one that was quite interesting to me because one special reason, amongst others, and that is this is and was the first new to me Discworld novel in 20 years. So this was a very special book, and frankly it's the only Discworld book I read this month because I wanted to sort of savour the fact that this was the first new to me Discworld writing, and indeed Terry Pratchett writing in 20 years. So I really wanted to make it a bit special because it was and is a brilliant book. It's the 6th novel set within the City Watch character sub-series, and they are a really interesting character set. Basically, it's the police force essentially within the city of Mcmaster, which is essentially Discworld London, with twists and turns and every stereotype turned up to ridiculous levels and fun made out of everything. This has got some very dark moments in it, it's got some very light moments in it, and it's got a brilliant plot line, brilliant characters, and I cannot say how much I enjoyed this book, especially being new to me. I think it was almost more special. I mean, this book actually I expect will stay in my mind much longer than the next books in the Discworld that will also be new to me, because this was the first of the new to me Discworld books. This will be more memorable, frankly, and I would recommend this if you read previous Discworld books. You could read this as your first, but it'd be strange. I wouldn't advise it personally. And secondly, I read 2 books this time, and that is the 2nd and 3rd books in the Protectorate trilogy written by Megan E. O'Keefe. These are Chaos Vector and, upside down, Catalyst Gate, and these are a space opera trilogy, 2 and 3 respectively. I will be doing a separate review of this trilogy in the upcoming future, same as the Discworld novel. In fact, so I will say though that it's about a sort of far future society that is indeed based off a society. It's not, an alien species, and where we've got advanced technology, and we've still got the same old problems of conflict, where one civilization has got more resources than the other, and there's conflict and basically anger and jealousy because of it, and nobody can be happy with what they have. Frankly, starts off with a woman called Sandra Grieve. She's actually naked in a spaceship, totally alone in this spaceship. She doesn't know why. She also happens to have had her leg missing as well. She's been in an accident. She can't exactly remember what happened, but she knows it's obviously major. And let's just say events go from there. There is big, dramatic plot points. There are battles and fights and multiple characters, and what you would expect from space opera, with brilliant writing, interesting characters, and overall a very overarching plotline that is well worth reading. And I greatly enjoyed this overall. I really do, and I would heavily recommend this trilogy, but I'll review it in the upcoming future. And the 4th and final book that I read was on Kindle, so I'll put a picture up on screen now, and that is actually not a book or novel but a novella, and that is Knot of Shadows, written by Lois Mcmaster Bujold. This is the 11th novella in the Penric and Desdemona series. Obviously I have read the previous 10 and have loved every single one of them. Actually loved them to the point where I've actually recommended them the series for the series Hugo Award, and I think I've recommended 1 or 2 of the individual novellas as well. I've love these novellas and series overall. These were originally made aware to me by Rachel, known as Colonial Booktube, because basically I trust her opinion on anything related to books and most other things in books. And I read this, the first one, due to Rachel, and I loved it, and basically I've been reading them ever since. Although, amazingly, despite the fact that this is the 11th novella now, it's only actually been, I think, 3 years. I mean, she's writing these at a fair speed, really, compared to, you know, what you might think. Sometimes you might think 11 of them would be longer. Even with novellas, you'd think it would take somebody longer to write them. You'd think it'd be like 6 or 7 years, but you know, there's been 11 of them in 3 years, I think. So this one is a very interesting one, where the plot line is quite simply, Penric is originally a sorcerer who was made a sorcerer. When he was walking on the road one day, he saw a woman dying, or at least that's what he thought of. He went to help her, and it turns out that she was actually a sorcerer herself. And she's a sorcerer due to the fact that she has basically a demon inside her that's been sort of possessed, I suppose you could say. Although not aggressively possessed, you know, she's still independent, just with this presence of a demon inside her. That gives her magical abilities. And basically the demon transferred to Penric, and he became the sorcerer of the temple of the 5 divines. And obviously the demon is called Desdemona, it's the name of the series. And in this one, this is basically it's a murder mystery novella actually, which is interesting. There is a murder at the start of the book, or at least a possible murder, you're not entirely sure. And Penric obviously gets asked about this and gets involved. And it's a very curious novella, because let's say it's got a little bit of a different feel, I think, than the previous ones, especially the last 2 or 3. But it's still got the same overall, you know, atmosphere to the book, just with a few little different choices here or there for focus. And I loved this for that reason. It's definitely Penric and Desdemona, but evolved. She never sort of stays locked on, you know, this is Penric and Desdemona, this, you know, sorcerer character, these are the adventures they're going to have, and the character doesn't evolve. That's not the case. The character's always evolving and changing in different ways. And even at this point now that Penric has children and is actually married, it's not what you think. Bujold always sort of changes things up and sort of alters things around to make things different and unique and special. And frankly, I loved this novella really badly. The writing was phenomenal. It always is by Bujold. The world building is great, and the characters are something extraordinary, frankly. I mean, that's why people, not just me, have recommended her to win a Hugo Award, because frankly her writing is easily good enough, frankly. And in fact she has actually won Hugo Awards in the past for other novels, although not this particular series, I don't think. And with that said, that is actually it for this video. I did say it would be a quick video, and I wasn't exaggerating for a change. So if you read any of these 4 books, or you would like to, then please leave a comment, as well as if you have any suggestions on books you might think I might enjoy based on these, then again leave a comment. I will link all of these books in the description box below. All my social media links will be in that box as well. And with that said, that is it for this video. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you another day. Bye for now.